Hi, this is Lee from ColouringQueen.net, and today I want to show you Mystical, which is a fantasy colouring book. There's 25 illustrations for you to colour, and it's by the lovely Molly Harrison. If you're not already familiar with Molly Harrison's work, she does a lot of fantasy style colouring in books, fairies, etc., mermaids, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this one. And check out her other ones that I'll be reviewing as well. So the book is just normal standard A4 size. I'll just get my ruler out and we'll give it a measure. So it's 21 centimeters by about 28 centimeters, which is about 8.5 by 11 for those of you that use inches as your measuring system. So lovely cover. There's nothing to colour on the cover, but there's some lovely thumbnails of the illustrations in the book. And there's 25 illustrations, so each of the thumbnails represents one of the illustrations in the book. And let's look inside. So, title page, which is great because it can colour that in and see whether our markers bleed on it or not. And then we've got this gorgeous illustration. It's really Alice in Wonderland with the Cheshire Cat just up here on the corner, and that's so cute. Again, you know, I always get buyer's remorse after I get an order in and wish that I'd bought two of them. So anyway, I might have to go back to Amazon and buy another Molly Harrison book. In Australia, this book's not readily available, so you can only really get it on Book Depository or on Amazon. The rest of the world, you have Amazon, etc., that you can use to purchase the book. And I believe she also sells books and PDFs from her website. As you can see, the illustrations all have a nice border around them, which is really great for framing them. And you'll notice that the fairy doesn't have any pupils in her eyes, which gives her a really ghostly look. And she's got lovely big ears there to colour in. Now the paper is thin. It's the sort of paper that you'll be familiar with from most independent colouring book authors. So it's not thick like The Secret Garden, for example, but most independent colouring book authors use this same weight of paper quality, and that's because the printing of independent books is so expensive. So we've got this gorgeous girl here, and she's got these lovely flowers coming up and around her hair, and the faces are really just divine. And you'll see that all of these images have the double line border around them, and they're all full page, so you're getting a lot of colouring space in there. And again, notice that the eyes on the owl, they don't have the pupil inside, and it's giving it that mystical fantasy illusion that the title of the book is themed after. And you'll see that that's a repeating pattern amongst all the illustrations in this book. It's a great little dragon. And you'll notice that this girl here in her belly dancer type outfit, she does have a pupil in her eye. As does this one. That's really gorgeous, like floating in all these clouds. It's really lovely. And we have a landscape designed drawing. Beautiful unicorn. Love his feathers on his back, his wings. And this lovely little fairy in the flower. There's not a lot of detail in the flowers or the butterflies, but I guess you can add your own detail with your colouring. And it's good to have some simpler drawings and some that are more complex. So those simple drawings were followed up with some complex imagery with lots of line work in that and lots of things to colour in. And we've got a page at the end about the artist. This is always a really good page where you can test out your markers, see if they bleed or not, and there's a spare page there that you could take out and place in between the other pages and use it as like a blotter. So there we have it. We've got Mystical, the colouring book. It's by Molly Harrison and there's 25 gorgeous illustrations in there. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, could you please like the video and subscribe. It really does make a difference and helps towards being able to afford more colouring books for you to look at.